Hello and welcome back, and today we're going to talk about how to synchronize your Asustor NAS with Google Drive. Google Drive, for so many of us out there that have got Gmails knocking around, we all know that you end up getting a bunch of gigabytes of space available to you on their cloud platform. And even though most people that order NAS do it, so they've got their own private cloud, there's still no denying that it can be quite useful to have a small or large portion of cloud-based storage that you can synchronize with as another stage of your backup strategy. Additionally, if you do own any of the more modern Google phones, and particularly some of the Pixels, you'll know that all of your photos and video are automatically synchronized unless you disable that option, and you've probably got a whole collection of data sitting on a Google Drive account to synchronize with your NAS. Or maybe you've got data on your NAS that you want to back up to another source, and you happen to have a large area of Google Drive storage. Whatever way you look at it, there are an enormous amount of advantages to having a third-party cloud backup working behind your NAS. How do you take advantage of it? Well, that's a very good question. Today we're going to talk about how to synchronize an Asustor NAS with a Google Drive. What you need to do is go to the App Center and look for an app called Data Sync for Google Drive. This application here will allow you to create a synchronized connection between the NAS and your Google Drive space, and thereby letting you to synchronize the NAS with Google Drive or the Google Drive with the NAS, or create a two-way sync between them. So once you've installed that application, and it's completely for free, find it on the desktop interface of your NAS available via the web browser and open the app. From here, it will invite you to log in to your Google Drive account. If you're already logged in on the laptop or machine you're using, it will only ask for your permission. However, if you're not logged in, it will invite you to add your login credentials in the pop-up API window. Forgive the delay. A lot of this is to do with the simple fact that we're using OBS screen recording software, and that will have a delay on the screen. We're using our throwaway NAS Compares Gmail account we use for these videos, and it may ask me to insert my password, which I think we all know if you've watched any of my videos, but it's not, it's just asking for my permission. Now do bear in mind that, oh God, I'm getting all kinds of notifications down there. Do bear in mind that if you are going ahead with this, always ensure the padlock is at the top left there and you are using the google.com domain, just in case there's any hackers out there that are trying to get into your account or your NAS. If all of that's fine, click allow, and then from there it will now start authenticating the Google Drive with your Asustor NAS. This means that you can now start creating that link between the Asustor NAS and your Google Drive account. Once again, this is about how you want these two accounts to synchronize, what data you want to synchronize, and the frequency and speed with which you want that synchronization to happen. As you can see, it creates a folder on your NAS, the Google Drive NAS account, but you can create and change it however you want. But personally, I'd leave it like that for now. If you do have multiple folders on your Google Drive account, which we have created for this account in previous videos, clicking this arrow here will show you all of the individual folders within that Google Drive. So if you only want to synchronize one or two select folders on that Google Drive, then you can select them, such as the photos that your phone is backing up to the cloud, or you can synchronize the whole thing how you see fit. Remember, there may be limitations for space, and if you are synchronizing between the NAS and the cloud or vice versa, make sure you've got enough space to take care of all of that data. But for now, let's just hand select one folder. Let's go for 1080p folders, samples. Then click next. From here, you can create different parameters and exclusions that make sure that you only synchronize the files and folders that you want to synchronize. So for example, if you only want to synchronize a certain type of file, or you want to make sure if a file exceeds a certain size, you can then make sure that these parameters will prevent you either having lots of lost data in terms of if you're on a metered data connection, or if you're wasting time backing up files that you don't want to back up. Click next, and from here you can set limitations of speed between the NAS and the cloud platform and vice versa, ensuring that backing up of large files will not consume all the bandwidth in your location. And if you're in an office, that may make all the difference between all of your connections going really, really, really slow or slowing things down. Here we go, more stuff going on in the corner there. Another thing to highlight is the synchronization settings. Now, when you are backing up a NAS to a third-party cloud platform, regardless of which one it is, there are different ways in which to do it. So a two-way synchronization will create two folders, whereby, I'm getting sick of those pop-ups, will create a two-way synchronization, which means that the folder on your NAS drive and the folder on your Google Drive are constantly in sync, and if you delete one file from one, the other one gets deleted too. And with every time a change happens in that folder, it will create a push synchronization between those folders, thereby creating two folders that are perfectly identical. Next, you can create Google Drive to NAS synchronization. What that means is the folder on the Google Drive will synchronize with the folder on the NAS, but it will only work in one direction. So if you add files to the NAS, it will not synchronize it to the Google Drive. It will only synchronize changes and files on the Google Drive to the NAS. And of course, you can do that the other way around. And this is the one that a lot of people use to create an off-site backup of their NAS to a cloud platform with free space offered by many providers. Do bear in mind that with this tick here, you can set it up by unticking it, that during the synchronization, if you synchronize the NAS to the cloud drive and then delete the files off the NAS, it will keep the files on the cloud drive and thereby carry on backing up those files and folders to the NAS, to the cloud drive, and thereby ensuring that if, for example, you create 1 gigabyte of data per day on the NAS that gets deleted, each gigabyte will be kept one after the other on this Google Drive, thereby keeping all the data here and minimizing space consumption on the NAS. Clicking finish will result in the synchronization happening in real time. I would definitely switch off Facebook after this video. I do apologize for those notifications. And as you can see, synchronization is happening right now in real time. It's creating initialization and it's going to start synchronizing that data from the NAS to the cloud or vice versa. And it really is that straightforward. So that has been how to synchronize a Google Drive account with your Asustor NAS. And we're going to be doing OneDrive after this. I do apologize for the interruption at the bottom right there. It's a Saturday and everyone's got to have a life, you know. So if you have enjoyed this video, do let me know. But otherwise, I will see you guys on the next video.